Hello, don't cry for me, Argentina tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Railroad Tycoon 3 with me, BlueAnkylo. It's been a while, but I'm back in action. We've still got a few more to do, and I'm excited to try them out, because these are some of the more difficult, challenging missions. So whether or not I can keep getting golds and everything, perhaps maybe I'll let that rule slide, but I'll still aim for them if I can. So anyway, let's get on to Argentina.
Back before 1880 in Argentina, attacks from Native Americans in the Pampas region west of Buenos Aires made expansion into the interior difficult.
I sure hope most Americans don't talk with that accent.
General Julio A. Roca began
I'm sorry, rest of the world.
War of the Desert. And by 1880, he had quelled all hostilities in the west and opened ranching and farming for exports. This sparked what was to be the longest period of growth Argentina would see to date.
Yeehaw! Alright, and here we are, ready to go. General Julio A. Roca, I assume, has created an environment perfect for an exceptional tycoon. Yes. You have been chosen by the general to provide a railway system to spur on the growth of the country. Fail, and the country will wither and stagnate. Oh no. The entire country lies in our hands, folks. An entire country. So, we've got 29 years to get meat. 100 loads of meat. We just got to get meat everywhere. They really love their meat. The Argentines, they love their meat. Silver is even more meat, as well as a bunch of wool. And industry. Alright, so that's a hint that I'm going to, at the very least, need to get hotels and stuff, if not proper industry. And then even more meat. Man, that is a lot of meat. And wool and grain. And more industry. Okay. Now, I'm not allowed to play the stock market, which is probably for the best. I can't resign and blah blah blah. All that stuff's pretty normal, really. It's not about personal income, it's all about industry and the company. It's actually good. As much as playing with the stock market's fun, I think I prefer these kind of missions a little bit more myself. Just focusing on the building of routes. So as the newly appointed Minister of Transportation, it's your job to improve infrastructure. Your current lineup of locomotives is rather weak. You can partner up with French, American, or British investors, but not with all three. I don't know off the top of my head which one I want. We can go Crampton, 8-wheeler, or Stirling. I don't know which one I want. I kind of recall the Crampton. You know, the style of locomotives I like are fast on straight stretches. I don't like the real slow, heavy haulers. And I'm not sure. The 8-wheeler might be okay. I don't know. I just can't remember. That's the trouble. I can't even do that yet. Anyway. Okay, so let's have a quick look around. We got Buenos Aires, which I believe is the capital of Argentina, and I'm pretty sure we'll start there because that seems like the smart place, right? And we'll make some small routes to La Plata and Chascomús. I don't know, how do you pronounce Argentinian names? It's all Portuguese and Spanish sounding to me. Trinidad. Isn't Trinidad an island? I didn't think it was also a city. Shows what I know. Anyway, Santa Fe is fairly big. Okay, so that's probably our first main route, is to get to Rosario, not the disease. That'll be a pretty good route, I think. Lots of teeny tiny cities out here in the plains, like just teeny half-star style. San Juan up by the hills. Probably won't go up this way too soon. Bahia. It's actually... I mean, there's some big cities right on the edge of the map. Santa Isabel. Well, we're definitely going to start up here. Probably get to Santa Fe and a bunch of these guys up here first. Unless something changes. So, for this one... Oh, and first off, I didn't even think to check that. Uruguay, which is one of those names of countries we used to make fun of back in school all the time. Just say it out loud slowly. I won't be doing it. But anyway, we don't have rights to build over there yet. It would cost us $1 million, which we might do because there's lots of little cities over there, and I'm starting pretty close by. I don't believe I'll be able to make any money other than from bonds. I'm not going to be able to issue stock or any of that stuff, I don't think. Yeah, we don't get anything like that. So, track. I could let the time go by and see what trains I get first, but I think I want to lay some track down. Now, if possible, I'd like to go straight through Buenos Aires so I can connect those up later. But I think my first priority is actually getting to Rosario. I think that will make us the most money. So can I just sneak right through here? Is it possible? Also keeping in mind that I'll need to put a station on it as well. I'm not sure. I mean, I'd like to put the station maybe right here actually would be pretty good. So if I can just get through some of these buildings here. Now this is one of the things I have learned, is that the actual building placements are slightly random when the map is generated. So if you're playing this map along, you may have a completely different city layout, perhaps with different industries even. But I do know they move the buildings around a little bit depending on luck, random numbers. Now, do I have enough to get like all the way to Rosario? That would be awesome if I could afford that. It's pretty flat. If I stick with relatively small stations, I might be able to do this. 100. Well, it's looking pretty good. I think this is the way to start, actually. Yeah. Actually, this is looking beautiful, guys. Oh yeah, 540,000. A couple small ones for 100 together. Maybe a couple mediums. That would be 300 altogether. That leaves me 240,000 for trains and a couple maintenance stations. I think that will work. All right. All right. Foreign negotiators have arrived. Well, I already laid track, so I'm probably not going to go French. Oops. I guess I should have waited a second before I did this. The British, I do like locomotive loading times and fuel costs, though. That might be cool. Buying industries cheaper could be very useful, though. But I think for starting off, improving loading times will just keep the stations moving, and fuel costs will keep our maintenance type fees down. I don't know, I might have gone with the French first if I hadn't just spent $1 million on track, because it would have saved me some money right there, but I think I'll go British. I don't know what train we're going to get out of it, if it's a good train or not. In fact, if I had the stats for the trains, I wouldn't even really care about the bonuses. I'd just go for whichever train, whichever locomotive looked more powerful for what I need. Because this is very flat, so we just need like great train speed. We don't need hills or nothing. Alright, a couple little stations. And I still can take a bond out too, so I'm doing pretty good here for money. I'm feeling like a medium will be just fine in Rosario. It covers everything. I assume we'll want a large in Buenos Aires eventually. I would like to get that dock included, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford Sterling. So this is the one we got because of the Brits. I mean, the Consolidation is a classically good train as far as I'm concerned. They both cost pretty similar. The Sterling's a little bit more expensive. Consolidation is definitely better on the grade. Sterling's a bit better on the straight stretch. Depends on how many cars it holds. I wouldn't say the Sterling is a flat upgrade from the Consolidation. Assuming you start with Consolidation and Fairly by default, I would have preferred a different car, or a different locomotive. Maybe the French one or the American one might have been more useful in this situation. But at least I don't have to worry about the grade. The question is basically, am I going to have more than 4 cars regularly? Because up to 4, the Sterling's fine. Once you've got more, or if the car weight ever doubles, you know, I think I'm just going to stick with the Consolidation, because then I can go up to 8 cars and not really lose speed. At least not significantly. Yeah, we're just going to do that. So that's 120,000. I might even just start with a single train and see if it's enough. I do have to build that station, though. Can I afford a large? Not really. Well, if I took out a bond, I know some people have been bugging me in the comments that taking out all these bonds early on is really bad. 11% is pretty rough. Let's see if I can do it without taking a bond. We'll go normal for now. I'll upgrade this to large eventually when I can afford it, I'm sure. And we do need a service tower and a maintenance facility in here. One maintenance will do. I don't think I'm going to have enough money for the train. Shoot. What I'll do is I'm just going to start with a service tower in the middle for now. I'm going to try to get away without buying or without taking any loans. This might not work out. So I'll do the whole circuit. I'll let them carry up to 6, I think. I'll have to save. I'll have to make 10,000 just to put a the repair bay in, whatever it's called. I always forget. Maintenance. Well, we'll see how that works. I don't know. It's worth a shot. Maybe I should have made a smaller connection and had all the stuff from the beginning. I don't know. Anyway, how's our train doing here? It's got 29,000. We're carrying some coal and some meat. Our first load of meat. Only like 249 to go. That's one thing I could have checked earlier, actually. I forgot about that. Is I could have looked at where we need to build to get meat and meat, wool, and I guess I should actually remember those. What does it say? Sorry, guys. I already forgot. Meat primarily, wool, and grain. Alright. Alright, so while I've got this money, I really want to put in the maintenance facility. You know, I'll put it right in the middle here by Carmen de Areco. Where am I going to have more routes coming out? How am I going to connect up later on? I don't know. I'll just put it by Carmen. I imagine Carmen will grow eventually. Alright, let's keep going. So now there is a place to get oil if we absolutely need it. The one sand water repair, it might not be enough. I might need more service towers. Because you can see it's already 43% just from one half of the trip. It'll probably go all the way there and it'll run out kind of on the way back, possibly. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The other sad thing is from Carmen to Perg, it picked up nothing. So we do need more income here for this plan of mine to work out. But this one's alright. Troops! Alright. So while the train's going, let's have a quick look at some goods. What we're really interested in is meat. Whatever, I don't care about the dividends. It looks like there's a few producers kind of along the coast and in a couple locations. And it's just a matter of spreading it out. So I'd have to look at like where the cities are in comparison to where the producers are. And just connect them up, really. So once I get La Plata... Actually, maybe that's what I should have done right off the bat. That'll certainly be my next connection. Is get Chesco and La Plata to send their meat to Buenos Aires. Because it gets consumed by the dock. Like, that'll make money right away. Actually, that one was real good. I made a lot of money in troops. So I'm doing okay. That was really nice, actually. Similarly, Rosario produces meat that Buenos Aires will consume. This one down here also consumes it. So Bahia, once we get down there, they'll consume meat as well. So I think the meat will be okay. What was the other one? Wool? Something like wool? I'll just let my train make a bit of money while I'm looking at this stuff. Wool. Alright, again, this place consumes it. To produce it, though, we'll have to connect up some of these little towns around here, basically. And you can see the prices. It's 13 there to 66. That'll be really nice shipping wool from that area over to the coast. So that's smart. And the last one was grain, I believe. If I already split my stock in 1 year, we must be doing pretty good. And let's have a look here. Yeah, well, it only increased my salary by 1,000. It's just that one train ride that made me some money. Alright, the last good we need to look at is... Where's my grain? There we go. Doesn't look like there's any great difference is there's a couple producers here in this area, but there's kind of producers all over the place. Producers and consumers just everywhere. Lots of people like grain, I guess. I don't see any amazing routes just from the looks of things. Not like we did with meat. Meat, there's some obvious routes, and wool for sure. Red to yellow is good. I like that. Alright, so I got a bit of money. How's the train doing anyway? Filling up. Well, it hasn't broken down yet, so it must not be doing too bad. It's definitely not filling up a whole lot. So I think just one train for this route was probably the right choice, because these stations aren't really filling up on goods faster than it is delivering them just yet. It should have a pretty good, you know, all-around time, because although these routes are pretty long, they're very flat and not a whole lot of turns. There we go. There's some money in this one. Meat. 74,000. Could be worse. So I'm definitely making money. Not, you know, millions right off the bat, but let's follow our train. Oops. Follow the train. Follow the train. I'm gonna need about 500,000 or so to probably connect up the next 2 cities I want. More meat. Yeah, it loves to move meat around, for sure. And it does actually look like this one service tower is just enough to keep things running. Just barely, maybe, but... And the oil as well. It's just enough that it can fill up on oil before it runs out. So I think overall that saved me a bit of money. Might not be the most efficient for time, but I didn't have to build another couple of those. I did not have the money for it at the beginning. So the meat has made it, and then nah, it doesn't take it to Buenos Aires. That's kind of the problem. It might have been smart to have like a direct route from Rosario to Buenos. In fact, perhaps if I check here. Cut my salary. Oh, you guys suck. I'm still making money. Come on, guys. If you check here. Well, shipping clothes out should be happening. Meat should be coming in. Any other goods? There's lots of fruit here. Wow. The fruit really needs to get shipped out of Rosario to somewhere. Yeah, why am I not getting fruit moving? Maybe I really should have a train that just does... You know what? Let's do that. Let's just have a straight back and forth route. And let's see if this makes more money, perhaps. And I think I'll even designate this the express. The high, or at least high priority. A little bit disappointing first route. 24,000 isn't a whole lot. And then the trains have to stop to get past each other, of course. That won't happen too often. I don't know. I don't know if that was the smartest idea. I need to be making a little bit more money here. And I only had one train, so... Yeah, you guys are not picking up a whole lot of goods here. I may have messed it up already. I don't know. Seems like a pretty slow start. Yeah, I figured it would stop to pick up water and stuff. Alright. Economy improving is good. Generally means cities produce more stuff for my trains to haul. Sometimes the price of goods goes up too. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have the economic model memorized for this game, but generally good times are good times. 22,000. That's pretty sad for this big long route. Come on, Argentinians, help me out here. Any of you guys from Argentina? Argentinites? I don't know. It's probably Argentinians. Okay, I'm really hoping this thing fills up on the way back to Buenos Aires. There we go. Not bad. Alcohol and meat. I thought it would take fruit, honestly. But I guess they just want booze and meat. You sure it's not American? Meat and alcohol. Oh, well. Alright, well that should help a bit. This little guy stopping at every city is helping out just a little bit here and there. Another slow truck for hauling. It's shade truck, another slow locomotive that's powerful but very slow. Definitely not the kind of train you want on this kind of route. Maybe if we were doing, like, I don't know, mountains or something. I don't really like making mountain train tracks. It's more expensive laying the track, and it's so much slower getting the actual trains back and forth. It's just not really the way I prefer to play, as you guys have probably noticed. Come on, train. Get a move on. The value slowly decreases the longer the time goes. We're going to be done in 3 years, and I haven't laid down any extra track. I guess I might have to take some bonds out to get this actually rolling. Well, we're down to 9%. Remember, it was 11 when I first started. If the economy improves one more time, I think I'll do it. As my company value goes up, and the overall economy improves, you tend to get a better credit rating. It's my bad. My company's not doing so great so far. But here comes an influx of cash, so this should help. There we go, 150k, not bad. And this one's going to add some more too, actually, not bad. So it's definitely stuff leaving Rosario that's making me the money. Buenos Aires is kind of poor so far for getting me stuff. I guess it's because it consumes a lot of goods, so not much leaves. But this one's better. This is the Buenos Aires to Rosario. Okay, that's looking good now. If it's going to make like 100 to 150k every trip, I'm alright with that. Alright, that's looking a little bit more promising, guys. I just want to see how much this is going to cost to, oh, those are really naughtily connected here. I can't actually... I don't think I can sneak through there. Oh, that's not very nice at all. I guess I could go kind of around this way and do a curve. Probably wasted an extra little bit of money by doing that, but... Alright, if I make a little bit more money, I'll be able to set this track up. I'll probably just have one train for this little bit here. We'll just give them small stations. I do need a little bit more money, though. Come on, trains. Keep the money rolling. At least my income went back up to slightly higher than normal. And that was a pretty good year. I mean, 327k. You know, you'd think they'd pay me better. Maybe I probably should take out another loan just to get more tracks connected, honestly. It would be nice to get to Santa Fe. Bridges, though, I mean, that's the trouble. Once you start working on bridges, it's not cheap. Alright, that will afford me the stations. Ah, it sucks. You can't determine where the border is going to be. I really would have preferred building it kind of where the mouse cursor is here. Actually, that's not bad. Oh, no. See, this looks good because it covers up most of the buildings, but notice it says not connected. I pretty much have to place it up here if I want it to count. Or otherwise, I'd have to give it a bigger station. That's kind of disappointing. Alright. Now, the other mistake I have is that my service tower is back here. You know what I might just do? Oh, this guy's out of water? Why are you out of water? It's disappointing. I might just alter one of my routes. The one that stops at every station to just keep going a little bit further. I'm kind of short on trains right now. You know what? I'll have enough money when this guy gets there. It'll be fine. We'll just hold out for one more route, speed it up here. This should give me enough money to buy a train. As long as my money doesn't go down too much lower. Alright, there we go. So add a train, and this will be the down southeast route. Hopefully this guy makes some money. I don't know. The reason I picked it was because it was close and short and kind of cheaper. But I will need to add a service tower in there pretty soon. Alright, so actually that's a good start. Look at this guy, the new one right off the bat, 95,000. Just from Buenos Aires to La Plata. I mean, I don't think he'll keep it up for very long, but that's a good start. That'll pay for the service station I need. I'm probably not in a huge rush to continue south from here, but I will eventually, because there's so many little cities all close together. I can connect these up quite cheaply and have like just 1 or 2 trains that sort of services all of that and gets the goods flowing towards Buenos Aires, for instance. That's the plan anyway. Oops. Wrong button. We want a service tower, let's say by La Plata. And I'll have to buy a maintenance facility for this train as well. I mean, really, I need another one up here somewhere, though that one train was... It seems like they run out of water somewhere in the middle. Alright, we'll add the maintenance here in La Plata. And now we're going to add a couple... I'm kind of inefficient with these service towers, I realize. I just didn't want to take a loan out at the beginning. Anyway, that should more than cover it. No one's going to run out of water or sand ever again. And I'm broke. Poor Blue. Totally broke. This guy, wowzers, another big money run. Maybe this is the route you should have started with. Wow. Because it's so short, it's cheap to build. I was thinking the long route connecting up to Rosario was going to really get the money going, but this guy's making way more. I mean, understandably, it's only his first run. And the first run tends to make the most because they have built-up goods. But, geez, if that keeps up, I'll have to add another train to this route, really. That's good. That's the second time my stock has split. You know, you'd think my company would be doing pretty solid. Better give me a raise here. There we are. There we are. Alright. So maybe if I restarted, I would have started with this guy right down there. I mean, this train, this is the money train for now. 66,000, I'm not going to complain about. I mean, sheesh. That's not bad. Not bad at all. If it keeps this up, I'll be pretty happy with our start. I mean, we spent a couple years messing around, but if we're going to consistently get, you know, 50 to 100,000 on these teeny tiny short routes, 62, that's still pretty good. Lots of stuff moving around here. All right, I'm happy with that. I am going to double up around Buenos Aires here because there's 3 trains that come in, and I would prefer them not to crash on each other too much. Quadruplets! It's newsworthy! Alright, perpetual growth. That means it is time to seriously consider taking out some bonds. We're up to AA. 6% is almost as low as it goes. It is seriously a good time to take some loans and build some more routes. I'm thinking Santa Fe, maybe. The only problem is all the rivers. I could very easily connect up. Well, I would still take one bridge, and I could get to Santa Teresa and sort of unlock all of this stuff. And it's all flat down here. Like, it's just continual flat lands. Or I could head this direction, maybe from Rosario. I mean, it's a pretty useless... This city literally has 2 houses. But I don't need a bridge. I don't think that's really going to be worth it, to be honest. Could make one bridge and I could get into this area. One bridge to get into this area. There's not a lot of big cities nearby. It's a long way to Bahia Blanca. Maybe I should, though. Maybe I should make like a cross here. Go to Santa Teresa. Just follow the coast. I don't know if that's the smartest, because traditionally coastal cities trade with each other with boats, and the trains are really for like landlocked cities that don't have access to boats and rivers and stuff, really. Traditionally. I got furniture. The other thing is I could start investing in like hotels and stuff. I'm probably going to wait another cycle or 2 before I start getting industry going. We do have, was it 15 years or 25 years? 1910. I've got a lot of time. I've got like 25 years, so nothing to really stress about. I've got lots of time. I've already hauled 20 loads of meat, so, you know, I started. And I've hauled some grain, too. We just got to get wool working. Speaking of that, oops, wrong button again. Where were the wool producers? Just so I could start. Probably the earlier you start, the smarter you are. I mean, the wool is this direction, in fact. There's a couple way up there that produce it, but the main wool is right around the middle here. Maybe this is really where I should get it moving. Yeah, you know, I think I'm sold, actually. I think we're going to head this direction, connect up a bunch of little teeny tiny cities that hopefully will grow. Montevideo, that'd be cool, but remember, it's $1 million to even have rights on that side, plus probably at least 2. It'll probably go Rosaria through Victoria and stuff this way at some point. I mean, that's too many rivers to cross. That's a lot of bridge money. Alright, let's pause. And I think I'll do one more little train expense here, and then we'll end the video. So, AA rating, you know, 6% is pretty good. And I can get $1 million like that. Oh, I can get lots of money like that. Alright, now our rating went down. So, 3 loans at 6%, not too bad. It's not even much worse than 1 at the original 11%. Like, consider that. So, is anything going to actually travel from a coastal to a coastal? I don't know. The other thing that I could do is I could have it split. Like, I could go Buenos Aires to Saladillo, just to keep the big city as the hub. And then from Saladillo, I could spread out kind of like a spider web, perhaps. Although I think it'd be smarter to use the already established route here, maybe. It's hard to say. It's nice to build up on an already large city. Plus, we know this is the one that consumes everything. Still, shorter connection if I go from Chascomas. Alright, let's do it. Like I said, I'm not sure if going down this direction is the best, but... see, how much is it going to cost? This is a stone bridge. I could get it cheaper. How much is it going to be? Oh, that's a lot of money. But I gotta get across that. Oops. Wrong button. What if we start from here, like I was saying, and go to Las Flores. It's about the same amount of money to connect up to one city, to be honest. And this way, it's like the big city is the hub. The other option would be to go to Saladillo, which is slightly bigger than Flores. Okay, one more thing, and then I'll build it. Let's just check which one produces wool. It's right here around Las Flores. So I think that sells me that I want the wool from there. The meat, that'll be the meat route already. And then the grain is all around here, really. Yeah, alright, that'll work. So Las Flores it is. And I mean, I could go from here. It's gonna cost about 750 or so. It doesn't want to show the connection straight on, but it's gonna be around 800,000 from Chasco. It's gonna be it's actually technically cheaper to go from the actual capital. So we're gonna do that. That makes sense to me. It's actually cheaper anyway, and it connects up the big city. So there we have it. And just to double check that my double track covers this junction. Maybe just a teeny bit further just in case. I don't know. I don't know the rules for what counts as double connections and stuff. And yeah, that is the stone bridge, so it cost me a little bit extra, but should make stuff faster. So trains don't slow down as much. We'll start with a small station. Again, you never know. I might upgrade these later on. Did I manage to share... I did manage to actually share the service tower. That's good. So whatever comes this way already gets service at least. From here... I mean, really, we could just head towards Bahia for now. Maybe come Tandil down that way. And then from there, kind of spiderweb out to the other cities. See how much money we have. Because it's nice and flat, I'm going to connect up as much as I can ahead of time here. Keep an eye on the money, though. I'm not going to have quite enough. You know what? It's cool, guys. We're just going to take out a whole bunch of loans. Someone's screaming at me. Someone's screaming at their monitor right now. Blue, you just took out $2 million in loans. How are you ever going to pay it back? with magic, my friends. Oh, can I sneak in down? Oh, I can sneak in that way. Good. Okay, well, we're just going to go to here, and then we'll figure it out. Pretty solid indeed. All right. Oh, I'm out of money again. Who cares about taking bonds? It's cool. It's cool, guys. I definitely took out more bonds there than I actually meant to, but such is the price of doing business, I guess. I really hope this train that I add here makes some big money, because if it doesn't, I'm kind of screwed. All right. Let's add, down at this end, we'll add a service and a maintenance. I think I've got enough money for everything here. We'll add another maintenance kind of in the middle. Well, another service, that is. Or did I? Oh, son of a... Nah, there's no undo for that. Ah, shoot. Well, that was a mistake. Drat. I just wasted 100,000 for no good reason. By I added a service tower there. That's good at least. Service tower and maintenance. So I wasted 50,000 by adding a second station here instead of a service tower. Somehow I clicked the wrong thing, I guess. Oops. Alright. And there is maintenance way down there. Okay. So I can only afford one train at this point. I'll definitely want to have 2 trains on this route eventually. Like, really soon eventually. I just don't have the money right now. And I'm not taking yet another bond out, because that's bad enough. We're going to stick with the consolidation. Alright, well, all I need is one train to come in with a bit of money, and I'll add a second train. I'm not going to split the route, but I'll have 2 sort of coming through. Obviously, a bit of overlap isn't too bad. Yeah, that was a lot of money, and it's going to take a while for it to really pay itself off, I think. But, should work out. Alright. Oh, I just missed it. If I'd been really quick, I could have added a train. I think we'll be okay, though. This little route here looks like it's going to make me a ton of money. Add train. Alright, and this guy's going to do the same route. We're just starting him at the opposite end, so he, you know, has different timing, basically. And go. Alright. And it looks like, yeah, he's filling up on tons of stuff. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is a good first video, and a good time to wrap the episode up. So we are making money. They didn't care that I took out 2 million in loans. The interest will start getting insane, though, so I'm going to have to pay those off next. Not bad, though. Not bad. No competition with the AI or anything. And just a quick look. We've currently done, you know, a bit of the meat and the grain, but I think we're off to a great start, actually. I think this is... Oops. This is going to be a gold for sure, guys. If we've got that much stuff set up in 5 years with 25 to go, we're totally good. Totally good. All right. So thanks for watching. Hope the time on this one was good. I forgot to set my timer. My apologies if it's super long or super short. I don't think it's short. All right, folks. What I'm going to do off camera is rename the train routes because I find that tedious but very, very useful. So I'll show that off next episode, and we'll get to seeing if my expenditure pays off, and I'll also start looking at buying into industry next episode. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and have a great day.